So you know when you've tried to implement a new habit into your life, perhaps it's picking up a daily gym routine. At first, you're super motivated, you're getting up early, you're packing your bag for the gym, and you're putting in the work every day without fail. But after a while, that motivation slowly starts to die. You miss the gym one day because you're tired, you then slowly start skipping more and more workouts, and before you know it, you're slowly slipping back into your old ways and you're not going to the gym at all. I know that I've been there a million times and I'm sure you have too, but I have some good news for you. It's probably not your fault. You see, most people actually approach their habits in the completely wrong way. And in today's video, I want to tell you why most people's habits are doomed to fail before they even start them, and how this single sheet of paper right here can help you implement any habit that you want to in your life. But before I do that, I want to tell you a story about a donkey. Okay, so now I want you to imagine that you have a donkey. And essentially you are trying to get that donkey to move as fast as possible forward. Now you have two options. The first option is that you're gonna dangle a carrot in front of that donkey and motivate it to move forward towards the reward. And the second option is that you're gonna take a stick and you're gonna actually beat that donkey on the butt, and the donkey is going to move forward as fast as possible to move away from the punishment. Now this is known as the carrot versus stick approach, also known as the reward versus punishment approach, and it's been a topic of debate with regards to figuring out which one is the most effective motivation technique. The truth is that both of these methods are necessary. Rewards can be a powerful motivator in the short term, but over the long term, they tend to lose some of their attractiveness. On the other hand, punishments can be really effective on the short term, but they tend to lead to fear and anxiety, which just result in people completely avoiding the behavior altogether. Therefore, in order to keep up your habits over a long period of time, you need to learn how to manage these two motivators effectively. The issue is that you are likely only using rewards to try and build good habits, and you are completely neglecting punishments. Let's think back to our gym and exercise example at the beginning of this video. What was your motivation to even go to the gym in the first place? You were probably trying to get jacked and get those washboard abs that you always wanted, right? And yes, imagining a life where you have your dream body is amazing, and it's probably enough motivation for you to go to the gym consistently for the first few days, first few weeks. But when things start to get hard, when you continually wake up early to go to the gym and you don't notice anything, it's pretty hard to stay consistent with only that goal in mind. But it's so easy and comfortable to slide back into your old ways. And so you do, because there are zero consequences of not going to the gym. What if you created a system where the punishment for not going to the gym was way worse than the pain of just going to the gym? Well, you'd probably go to the gym. Now, some of you are probably thinking,
yeah, great. Why would I punish myself for not going to the gym? I could just not go to the gym and not punish myself.
and you are absolutely right. And that is why there is a plot twist. You are not going to be the only person involved in the process. And that is where this piece of paper that I mentioned earlier comes into play. Let me show you how it works. At a high level, a habit contract is a written agreement that you have with somebody else. It outlines a very specific habit that you were trying to implement into your life, but also outlines a consequence that you're gonna have to follow through with if you don't complete that habit. So I really wanted to start posting consistently on YouTube. However, because at the moment I only do YouTube as a creative outlet, there isn't really any financial pressure or social pressure to actually stay consistent on the platform. And as a result, I don't. And so I actually decided to draft up this specific habit contract with my friend Lewis so that he can help me stay consistent. So I actually really want to quickly shout out Lewis. He actually just started up his own newsletter. It is called Go Get That Knowledge. It's amazing. He talks about business, talks about health, talks about technology, talks about self-development topics. If you are a self-development nut like myself, go check it out. I'm gonna link it down in the description. You're gonna love it. It comes every single Sunday. It's really short, it's to the point, it's awesome. So at the top, you actually wanna outline what your main objective is of this habit contract. So this is the habit or the activity that you're trying to implement into your life. And so for me, I wanted to post one new YouTube video per week, So 1 video per week on Sundays for the foreseeable future or until a new agreement is met between myself and Lewis. So let's bring it back to the example at the beginning of the video where you're actually trying to implement a daily gym routine. So in this box, maybe you want to outline how often you're going to work out per week, what the actual exercises in each of those workouts is going to be, how long you're going to work out for. It can really be any information that you want to try and stay accountable for. And the key here is that you want to make it as specific as possible. The more details, the better. That way you have a really good action plan of what habits you're going to implement on whatever basis you've decided you're going to implement them on. Okay, once you've got your objective filled out, now it's time for the fun part. So this is going to be the consequence that you're going to put yourself through, the punishment, if you do not follow through on your promise. And so it's really important here to note that the consequence needs to be much more painful than the pain of actually just doing the thing that you wrote down you wanted to do. Otherwise, you're just not gonna do it and you're gonna accept the consequence. For me personally, it's giving away money. I am by no means a rich guy, and so the idea of having to give away my hard-earned money every single week really sucks. And so when me and Lewis were actually working up this contract, the first thought that popped into my head was like 20 bucks. I thought of like a $20 bill, and I was like, oh, you know, if I don't post a video, I can give Lewis 20 bucks. The truth is that 20 bucks isn't that painful for me. I would not like to lose $20, but if I did, that actually might be worth it instead of putting in all that work that week to make that video. And so I decided to make it really painful, and I actually decided to make it $100. And $100 to me is a lot of money. Like if I lost $100 every single week, I would be deeply upset. And so this becomes a really great motivator for me because I obviously don't want to lose all of that money. And so every single week I'm going to put in the work and I'm just going to actually make the YouTube video because I would rather not give Lewis $100. And so yeah, then you're gonna write down who you will report to. For you, I recommend picking someone who actually will be able to hold you accountable, but also someone that you respect, someone that you're gonna listen to and actually care about their opinion, because if you don't, you're not gonna really care about this contract that you've put together. Yeah, and then you're gonna sign it, you're gonna date it, and then you're gonna send it over to your accountability partner. They're gonna sign it, they're gonna date it, and then you officially have a habit contract in place. Now we're only a couple of weeks into the agreement, but I haven't missed an upload yet, and I don't plan to in the foreseeable future. Literally any time that I don't want to do work, maybe I don't want to work on a new script, maybe I don't want to draft up a new thumbnail, whatever it is, all I do is think about giving Lewis $100, and I instantly get off my ass and get to work. The truth is, as nice as the YouTube carrot might seem, millions of subscribers on the platform, making a full-time salary as a creator, I have to realize that right now I'm in the absolute trenches of YouTube. I have none of those things, and I have years and years of hard work ahead of me before I achieve any single one of them. And so right now, the most important thing for me is staying consistent, focusing on that next video, and making sure that I'm getting better every single week, so that one day I can achieve my YouTube dreams. And running away from the punishment of that stick that Lewis is holding is helping me do that, and I hope that it can help you do the same. Now, I mentioned that this idea is from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you're trying to implement some more habits into your life, check out this video I made outlining some really key points from the book that have helped me out tremendously.